Got me, Rob? All right.
Good morning, everybody. We're up here in West Point, New York this morning. I know we're not recording yet, are we, Rob? We are. Sitting with me here today is Mike Wynn, John Wynn's dad. Little bit I don't know that anybody's hungover, right? We're all everybody went home right after the game last night. It was a tough loss, 4-3 against the Dix Hill Hawks. But boys seem like no worse for the wear, and the parents seem no worse for the wear. Coming out now this morning, looks like Coach Rob is going to start with Huber on the center, with Yoni and Nygaard on the wings here. Barbera and Alessandro on defense, and got a game started here. Right away, Barbera putting the puck into the West Point zone, and Alessandro doing a good job keeping it in. Puck goes loose around behind the net with Huber looking to put it in front of the net. Comes back, Yoni looking to put it back towards the net. West Point looking to get it out of the zone. Barbera goes down on that. And now Huber going in. Huber looking, shot. Puck is loose. Oh, almost. Oh my God, 3 attempts and the puck does not go in. Net was open. Goalie was out of sync. So here they go again. West Point now looking to advance it out. 2 players go down. Chase is on. Huber's getting to get there first. Great Neck looking good this morning. Got some decent speed going on. West Point, from what we understand, has got 2 players out today for some unknown suspensions, but so far Great Neck looking good. To have a line change here now, bringing in George DePompas and Emmanuel. Emmanuel taking some hard hits last night against Dix Hills, but looking good out there right now. Almost wraps around, puts it in the net. DePompas again, and they this time it's going to be a no-goal. Great Neck putting a lot of pressure on West Point this morning. Emmanuel on the face-off, George and DePompas on the wings. Wrapping around the back of the net, coming around. West Point coming away with it. Emmanuel on the chase, but Lucas there. But number 41 in West Point getting it back. Now, good job by John Wynn taking control of the puck, bringing it back out. George trying to get it out, but West Point has the stick on it. Some help there from Emmanuel. Lucas sending it wide across with DePompas there. West Point going down. Great job by the defense, keeping it in the neutral zone. Playing strong this morning. Lucas puts it into the West Point zone. Coming in hard now is Emmanuel. Again, coming around with it is Emmanuel. Putting it towards the center. Gets past them now. The chase is on. Emmanuel looking to get there first, and he will. Gets it back and around the net. Coming in strong now. Avoids the hit, but loses control. Lucas to DePompas. DePompas looking. He dumps. Goes high, and West Point gets it back out. Gets past the West Point player. So now Huber's going to get there. Oh, no, sorry, not Huber. It's Nick Dettori. Nicky lining up in front of the net. And nice stop. Jacob in the net this morning. After Ryan put in a full duty last night in the game, had a great game. A couple early trashy goals that ended up going in, but for the most part, then holding the game, doing a terrific job with it. On a face-off now is Huber. Sends it back towards the boards. Dettori trying to get it out of the zone. Dettori now back, and they're having a little bit of ping-pong match over there. with West Point coming away with it. Throws it across towards center. Nobody's there in the middle. And they're on the chase. Huber now going, and it's going to be an icing. Out there with him is Casey. Casey and Dettori on defense. On the wings, you have Eddie and Ben Casella. Ben Casella playing strong last night. Actually, all the kids played strong last night after the initial few minutes of that game caught them by surprise. I don't know if they were tired. West Point now looking to do something here. They can't control the puck. Coming away with it is Great Neck, and they send it into the zone. Huber again on the chase, trying to get it to it first. Ben Casella there. And then Huber comes away with it, looking. He's going to leave it for Eddie. And now on the chase is Casey, but getting down there is Dettori. Both of them in front of that net. And, Casey can't get a stick on it. They got to get it out of there. Casey finally getting a stick, getting it out up to Casella. Casella looking to get it out of the zone. Coming back towards the middle. And then there's Dettori there fighting to get it out of there. And there's Ben, puts it up against the boards, puts it into the neutral zone. West Point skating it around, looking to establish control. And there comes Great Neck. Great Neck now coming down strong with it. Barbera going in. Barbera looking. Shot goes wide. Ben Casella on the puck now. Ben's trying to send it around. And there's DePompas on the chase. DePompas looking to throw a hit. Slow the West Point players up. West Point coming away with it. Barbera on the D. But there's Alessandro. They try to center it. DePompas now. And it covers. Great job by the goalie to stop the play there. Out there with them this morning is Nate with DePompas and Alessandro and Joey on D, with Caroline supporting on the other wing. Caroline not being the only female this morning. West Point looks like at least one other female player, number 98. Doing a good job. Everybody's strong out there this morning. Puck up against the boards right now. Caroline trying to get it cleared. West Point coming away with it. Nice stop by Jacob. Comes around. Caroline looking. Sending it up towards the point. Breaks loose. On the chase now is DePompas. DePompas going hard. Gets to it. Looking for Nate. Pops high. Nice stop by Alessandro. Barbera there to back it up. Alessandro going down strong now. West Point bringing it around, and Alessandro back the other way. They're trying to set up, and it goes loose. Got a call here on West Point. So it's going to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes looks like a high stick, right? And so Great Neck's going to go on a power play here. Power play was not really effective yesterday against Dix Hills. Great Neck looking to reestablish its rhythm here today. Manuel here on the face-off, supported by Yoni and Nygaard. And then on D, Dettori and Lucas. So on the face-off now. Yoni comes away with it. Gets taken away. Lucas going in. This is going to get pulled back. Minute 51 on the penalty. Score still 0-0 here in the first period. 8:52 to go. Manuel on the face-off. Yoni putting a stick in there and trying to get in the zone. West Point gets it, but back to Lucas. Lucas now to Nygaard. Nygaard looking. Manuel there to Throw a little block, and Nygaard trying to get in front of the net, doesn't go. Emmanuel now coming around, looks, stopped by the goalie. 1:25 left to go. Gonna have a slight substitution here now. Coming in, Yoni on the face-off, Huber on wing. They take a shot. Barbera and looks like John Wynn on the defense here. 1:15 to go on the power play. Fighting for it. Nothing happening so far. Puck goes loose. All the West Point players right in front there. And they try to bang it to get it out. Getting to it is Yoni. Yoni sending it towards the front. Bang to Huber. It goes high. So we're going to have 56 seconds on the power play here. Yoni comes off. DePompas comes in, and so does George. Staying in, Barbera, Huber. George getting a stick on it. Sends it back to Barbera. Barbera now putting it back against the boards. George going around to DePompas. DePompas puts it in front of the net, but a West Point player is there. Barbera now looking with Wynn. There's an offsides, and they're gonna get called back here. 40 seconds left on the power play. Barbera now trying to swing it around, bring it out of the zone. George there to help. Puts a stick on it, sends it up to Huber, gets past Huber. 24 seconds left on the power play. This break in action brought to you by Starbucks Cake Pops. When you want your child to have a nutritious breakfast in the morning, get them 2 of those chocolate cake pops. About a 95% sugar level in them, and the rest is all caffeine and chocolate. So now we have 19 seconds left on the power play. Coming around now is Casey. Sends it to DePompas. DePompas hits a West Point player here. 1 second, penalty's over. So now Greatneck looking to capitalize on this breakaway. Nick DePompas going in strong and gets it right in. Great job by Nick DePompas. 6:49 right after the power play ended. Breaks away and puts a goal in right away. That breakaway play was brought to you by Cake Pop. By the way, there for the disclaimer for the broadcast, this broadcast is not authorized by the Great Neck Park District, the Village of Great Neck, New York State, or federal government, U.S. federal government for that matter. West Point does not authorize this broadcast either. Any names or images used herein are fictional and not based on any real living or deceased persons. Puck coming away with it, coming around. Casey getting there. West Point looking to capitalize right now. Can't get a whole stick. Nice job by Eddie putting it back against the boards. Comes around. Casey sending it around nicely. There is Ben Casella. And now they... Ooh. Nice stop by Jacob. Good job. And look at Casey throwing the body in. Good for him. Casey giving no room. Not sure if Casey said anything out there, but it looked like for a second he said Semper Fi. Puck comes loose. Nice move. Now Huber looking, skating it up. He's looking. Is he going to go? Yes. He makes a move. Gets deflected by the West Point player. Sends it back up towards the front of the net. Eddie's waiting there, but gets deflected. They chip the puck past, and there's nice stop. Jacob all over the puck. That was all Jacob there. He had three West Point players didn't know which way he was going to go. Nice stop by Jacob. Excellent job there.
4-0. The only reason we got lucky is they passed. They played great in that time.
Manuel on the face-off now. Wynn sends it to Wynn. Wynn now sending it around. Caroline there to help. Nice job by Wynn to send it back around. Point keeps it in. Sends it high. Really high. And the play's whistle dead. And they're going to set these guys up again for another face-off. Barbera now trying to get it out of zone. Help there by Nate. Now Barbera gets it. He's going to go. Lose control of the puck. He's going to have to come back around. Puts a skate up against it. West Point players get down there to help, but there's Nate helping him. Now Barbera sends it back out to Manuel. Manuel shoots. Caroline there in front of the net. Wynn. Nice job by Wynn. Sends it. Ends up going wide, but it's still in the zone. There's Nate. Nate sending it back, but gets deflected off a West Point player. And coming away with it almost is Emmanuel. West Point now trying to get it out. Backs up. Nice job. Keep it in. Send it behind the net. Caroline there. West Point now looking to get it out. West Point coming in. West Point coming with it. And nice move. Manuel now looking. So Nygaard now and Nate putting sticks on, but Zatori, nice job breaking that up. Manuel there to help. They're going to chase. And it's going to be an icing, giving a chance to get some fresh legs on the ice. Scores 1-0 here in the first period, 3:38 to go. .77 on the face-off. That was the average rate of speed most parents were driving on the Palisades this morning coming up. Another shot attempt. West Point now looking to try and get on the boards here. Keeping it in the zone for a moment, bringing it back around. West Point looking. Shot deflected by Huber. Puck goes around. Down there to pick it up is Alessandro. Alessandro looking, sends it up to Yoni. Yoni deflects it and ends up in a West Point player. Nice stop by Jacob again. Zatori now looking to get it out. And Yoni bangs it against the boards. Huber going with it. He's going to look. And West Point player almost crashing into his own goalie. 2:45 to go. So 91 on the faceoff, Manuel, but West Point chips it out. Lucas now getting to it first. Sends it around the net, around the back of the net. George and Emmanuel there, with Case getting a nice stick on it, putting it into the neutral zone. Emmanuel getting a hold of it, going. Emmanuel goes down, hit. Shot by George, deflected. Second attempt to keep it in front of the net by DePompas. Lucas there, and there's Casey. And they put a stick on it, keep it out of the goal. And here comes DePompas again. DePompas looking again. Nice! DePompas with 2 goals today. DePompas puts on the afterburners and puts in a second goal right away. We're going to call this DePompas Sundays. Keeps him out there. Manuel on the faceoff. And here they go again. Minute 53 to go in the period. So it looks like Coach Rob right now is going to keep them out there, at least until either the end of the period or a whistle. West Point shoots. Wow. Screened. And somehow Jacobs stops it. Unbelievable. Screened by 2 players and does an unbelievable job stopping that puck. So there's going to be a little bit of a change here. What Coach Rob decides to do here for the last minute 38 is he's going to put in John Wynn and Barbera on D. DePompas on the faceoff. And West Point looking. Wynn gets to it. But they try to put it in front. Barbera's waiting. Barbera now going with George and DePompas. Looking. Oh my God, almost West Point player, almost in taking the puck away, almost put it in on its own goal. Looking now is Wynn. Wynn sends it across. Minute 10 left. Puck comes all the way back. And there's going to be an icing here, bringing the puck back. So Coach Rob is going to put in some fresh legs here for the last minute 5. Eddie, Casella, and Huber coming in with Wynn and Barbera staying in on D. Huber takes the face-off. Casella to Wynn. Wynn back to Casella. Casella looking. Puts it up against the boards. Right in front, Huber trying to get across to Eddie. So Huber to Eddie, and that's it. Goal number 3 with 51 seconds to go here in the first period. Executed perfectly. Terrific job by Huber backhanding it to Eddie. Eddie ready on the puck and puts it right in on the open goalie. So he leaves him out there for the last 51 seconds. Huber sent it back. West Point now trying to get a hold of it, but Huber gets it, puts a foot on it to kick it up a little bit. Coming around, he's going to skate it, looking, comes around, wraps. Puck is front of the net again. They're going to look to get it out now here. And sends it back, again in the neutral zone here. Wynn resets, sends it back to Barbera. He sends it hard against the boards. Goes into the zone. West Point getting it back out, and there's Barbera. Barbera to Huber. Huber and Casella skating in hard now. Screens right in front of the net to Eddie. Eddie looking to put it in. And it goes in, another goal here to Huber. Eddie assists to Huber. And that's it, 4-0 here in the first period. I believe it's the Hudson Valley League, and we're the Bears today. Yes. The Bears. So he's going to put in Yoni. Unexpected they were going to have this many line changes last minute, but here comes Yoni now. And now they're going to go in and not sure what Coach Rob is going to say to them right now. Probably something along the lines of, guys, what we're doing here today, we probably should have done yesterday. All right, back in action now. Yoni on the faceoff. Wings, we got Caroline and Nate. Barbera and Alessandro on the D. Barbera puts it up against the boards. And Nate doing a good job sending it towards the middle. Nate there. Nate to Yoni. Yoni putting a hit on there. Back to Dettori. Dettori now fighting for it in the neutral zone. Nate coming away with it. Nate looking, gets taken away. And there's DeMarchi on the chase. Looking, gets to it. Sends it around. Nice chip by Nate. They get it out of the zone. Little help from Barbera. West Point coming around. And there's West Point trying to make a move. Nice stop by, wow, and they come away with it. Barbera there to take it away. Nice stick by Alessandro. Caroline there looking, sends it, but it goes up against the boards. Alessandro getting it out of there again. There's Yoni. Yoni now coming around. Yoni got 3 players on him. Lose control of it. And here comes West Point back with it. Lucas there. Lucas now coming up the ice with it. Lucas looking. Lucas now sending it back to Barbera. Barbera back. Spins it around behind the net. There's Huber. Huber now looking. Goes down. Gets back up. Sends it back towards the middle, but deflected by the skate of the West Point player. Now it's in front of the net. Coming out, they'll have to reset. Sends it across. In comes Nygaard and George. They're up in front of the net, can't capitalize. Nice stop by Lucas. West Point coming back with it now. Loose control of it for the moment. Huber pushing against the boards. George there. Nice job by George. Putting his back into it. And there's Barbera. And so now Barbera's going to get called here. Barbera's going to go sit 2 minutes. Manual on the face-off now. Manual, oh, they put it in front of the net. Very dangerous. There's Eddie. Oh, Manual goes down. But Wynn and Casey are there. They can't capitalize on it. Puck comes loose. Nice job. Great job by the goalie stopping that. They get by, don't control the puck, and they get him. 4-1. So Great Neck gets scored on here, man down. So I'll bring Barbera out of the box and puts Army on the boards here for the first time. 11:21 to go here in the second period. Eddie and Casella on the wing with Manuel getting ready to take the face-off right now. Dettori and DeMarchi out there. Gets to Dettori. Eddie there against the boards, trying to grab it. He sends it, but West Point getting a hold of it, trying to get it back out. Dettori doing a good job at the point, keeping it in. Again, keeping it in. Puck comes loose. And now on the chase is DeMarchi. DeMarchi looking. Oh, hits the player. And so now Manuel now putting it up against the boards. Dettori helping him. Eddie there with a stick too. And so now Dettori sending it backwards. They try to put it up towards the front of the net. Wow, it gets backhanded. And nice stick by Alessandro. Puck comes loose. They're going behind the net. And there's DeMarchi. He comes backwards around. West Point putting some pressure. They haven't gotten the puck loose yet. And coming away with it is West Point. Manuel there. Dettori now moving, sends it up to Eddie. Eddie now with a stick. And they move on the fly here now. Coming in hard is George and DePompas. And there's George. DePompas now putting it up in the air. Manuel applying some pressure here. Getting a stick on it now is George. Pops high. Again, Manuel there to put a stick on it. And Lucas slows it down a little bit here by dumping it into the zone. Now you got DePompas. DePompas coming around. He dumps it. And now you got George coming. West Point looking to capitalize. Barbera, nice deflection off of Jacob. They shoot again. Here comes George. Nice. Oh, geez. And the puck goes in. Nice job by feed there by Huber to Barbera. Barbera gets it in the tight little slot there. So it's going to be 5-1 here, 8:48 to go in the second period. Huber now on the face-off. Whoa! Gives Huber a nice hit. Lucas now putting it back to the neutral zone. Barbera now. Puck loose. They're going to try and center it. There's Barbera to put a stick on it. Goes back towards the net, but deflected. George looking, sends it up to Huber. Now Barbera going. Whoa. Barbera gives a nice hit. And it's loose in front of the net again. Coming away with it is Barbera. Keeps it in the zone. West Point fighting to get it out. Finally comes out. Lucas there, so's Barbera. DePompas now again with George. George looking. Puts it right in the glove. Nice thinking there. It's okay. A lot of pressure. Yoni on the face-off now. He's flanked by Nygaard and Emmanuel. Goes to DeMarchi. Emmanuel puts it back towards the middle. Comes loose. DeMarchi there. Flips it back. Nice job by Emmanuel. He's looking. He's going to go. Gets wide. He's going to have to wrap around, try to get it in. There it goes. Deflected by the goalie. He's out of the net. There's DeMarchi to send it back, but West Point gets a hold of it. Now you're going to have a chase here by Wynn to get down there. Wynn's going to have to really watch this. Nice stop by Jacob. And getting a hold of it is Nygaard. Nygaard now puts it up against the boards. Takes a hit. West Point goes down, and you're going to get a tripping here. So now you're going to have DeMarchi go spend 2 minutes in the box. Nygaard on the face-off. So the 5-on-4 is going to be Nygaard, Dettori, Yoni. Wow, hard shot comes in. Right now, West Point looking to cycle the puck, but getting a hold of it is Dettori. Dettori now trying to get it out. West Point coming out with it. In the front of the net is Casey. Coming away with now is Nygaard. Nygaard clearing it. Good job by Nygaard burning the clock here, minute 26. Yoni now. There, West Point getting a hold of it. Lucas there, Lucas looking to push out. Nice stop by Jacob. Minute 15 to go. Absolutely, I wish we had this at home. Think Frank will give us one? Oh, Ryan's been great job. So now we got Ryan coming in. He's going to take over the second half of this game. Minute 6 left. DePompas looking to go with it. West Point getting a hold of it. DePompas coming away with it. DePompas shot loose. George being careful not to go too deep. They've lost this way before. Smart move, not going in too deep and messing this up. George back there on the D, applying pressure. They're talking to each other out there. They're sending this puck up to Pompous. He's going to go. Burn some time off the clock doing this, too. The other guy's got to be careful not to go deep. There's George. George looking, just does a little chip, keeps it in the zone. 17 seconds left. Here's West Point coming back with it. Nice little jab there by Lucas. Barbera helping him. George there, too. Barbera now looking to come away with it. 2 seconds. They can go now. Barbera going in, and boom! Goalie wide open there. 4:55 to go. So at the end of the penalty, Great Neck capitalizes and turns it into another score. 6-1. For Barbera, yeah. No, he's got the 2. He's got the 1-2. Yeah, Nick's got 2. Eddie's got 1, and Huber. So yeah, we're not there yet. West Point looking, and he gets Ryan here. So West Point comes back here and scores 6-2. 4:40 to go in the second period. Huber on the face-off, comes away with it. Huber now going in strong. Huber looking. Puck goes loose. Casella now trying to get a hold of it. There to help him is Eddie. Eddie looking. Eddie now is going to dumps it to Wynn. Wynn keeps it in the zone, sends it back the other way behind the boards to Casella. Eddie getting there, but doesn't get a hold of it, doesn't put it on the stick. Casey getting screened, causing Wynn to have to come in all alone. Wynn coming in, breaking it up. It's in front of the net. Shot doesn't get off. Casella there comes around. Casey looking to put a stick on it in front. West Point shooting high. Eddie coming away with it. Eddie looking. West Point gets it, shot, and there's Ryan. Nice stop. Oh, man. And they put another goal in. 6-3. Emmanuel on the faceoff. Coming away with it is DeTore. Nate sends it up. Emmanuel skating in hard. He's got two players there. Caroline coming around. Nice move by Caroline, putting in front of the net. DeTore now looking. Ends up against the boards. DeMarchi now putting it back the other way. Caroline sending it into the zone. Getting a stick on it again is DeMarchi. Sends it up towards the middle. And there's puck goes wide. Puck is loose. West Point looking. Shot as puck is loose. Kids are dumping all over the place. And there's Nate trying to come away with it. He does. Oh, whiffed. And Emmanuel getting it out. Caroline skating hard. Goes up against the boards. Looking is West Point to pass. Nice break up there by Casey. Coming back around with it now is Emmanuel to Caroline. Caroline looking, dumps it. West Point going back with it the other way, trying to get it out, but Casey's there. Doing a good job keeping it in, puts it towards the middle, but West Point picks up on that. West Point now skating it down. Casey coming in hard, Barbera there to push him against the boards. Force him back. And there's Barbera. Nygaard sends it across in front of the net, goes wide. Emmanuel there coming around, again, putting it in front of the net. Ryan deflecting it. Puck is still in play. Nate now. Stop by Ryan. Stop here is good. It gives them a chance to put some fresh legs on the ice. A minute 42 to go in the second period. Coming out now is Huber, Nygaard, and Yoni on the offense. Puck goes high. Yoni coming away with it. He's looking. He's skating it. Huber wide open. Foot on it now is Nygaard. He's skating it. Huber's standing there. Casey sending it back the other way, goes out of play. Huber on the face-off. West Point comes away with it. Yoni getting a stick on it, so does Barbera. Puck goes wide. Casey does a nice job sending it around. Comes back towards behind the net. Yoni on the chase. Sends it back up the boards. Puck comes nice out. Let's see what Nygaard's going to do. He's going to look to Huber. Can't get across. Nice breakup by Huber. Nygaard wraps around. The puck doesn't go in. Unbelievably, 2 times does not go in. Casey doing a good job getting there. Huber comes around. Barbera comes around, puts it up against the net. Yoni putting it back towards the middle. Nygaard now. Puck comes loose. And on the chase now is Barbera. He comes all the way around, up to Yoni. Yoni puts it up towards the middle. Now you have Huber, and you're going to have the end of the period, 6-2. All right, Emmanuel on the faceoff now with DePompas and George. So we're here in the third period now, and the puck goes out of play. Alessandro and Dettori on D. Greatneck coming away with the puck. DeMarchi putting it up against the boards, but West Point gets a hold of it. Over to Dettori. Dettori to Manuel. Manuel now looking, puts it up against the boards into the zone. DePompas getting there. West Point trying to get it out. George putting a hit. Puck comes loose. Dettori to Emmanuel. Emmanuel now sending it back towards the West Point zone. West Point trying to scoop it up. DePompas there. Emmanuel and George. Oh, gets by George. DePompas. And this is a mess. Nice deflection by Alessandro. George sending it back around. Point trying to take advantage of it. Shot. Nice stop by George on the skates. George fighting for it. Sends it around to the point. Point looking, gets a hold of it. But Alessandro there to take control. Sends it up. DePompas to Dettori. Emmanuel goes down. So now they're coming around. They're wrapping. DePompas deflected. Nice move by Nygaard. Gets deflected. Huber out there with them. And there goes Yoni. So we're going to have too many men on the ice here. So Greatneck's going to go on a 2-minute penalty here for having too many men on the ice. Huber now comes away with the on the faceoff. Immediately gets control of it, sends it to Lucas, goes between Lucas's legs. Lucas sends it around. West Point now looking to skate it and send it in. And they get the goal here quickly into the penalty with 12 seconds into the penalty getting the goal. So it's now 6-4 with 12:59 to go. On the face-off now, Manuel chips it. Helping him is Eddie. Eddie now sending it back around behind the goalie. Eddie now sending it towards the front of the net. Huber. But West Point coming away with it. Barbera there with Alessandro skating in fast as Eddie. They break it up, but West Point gets a second attempt here. And now Casella. Casella's sending it nicely up to Emmanuel. He sends it back. West Point getting a hold of it. Over to DeMarchi. DeMarchi now looking, taking his time, sends it nicely across to Eddie. Takes it, sends it up towards the middle. West Point getting it back out. Puck stays in the West Point zone. With the nice job by Eddie putting a body on it. So you have Barbera there breaking that up. Eddie sending it back. And you're going to have an offsides. 6-4 here and 11:59 to go in the third period. So they're going to do too many men. So West Point's going to end up with the same issue here. Too many men on the ice. And so what we're going to have here is a 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. Huber on the face-off. Comes loose. West Point coming away with it. Skating it. Caroline putting a nice stick in there to break it up. Nice job by Huber getting there. And establishing control now is DePompas. DePompas now. And Barbera putting a stick. Alessandro. And it comes across here. They finally get it into the Great Neck zone. Minute 27 to go. Icing by West Point. So they're going to bring in, leave Huber in, bring in George and DePompas on offense with Dettori and Lucas. George now looking, lose control. Now Luke's going to have to try and get some D on it. Helping him is Dettori, and so is George back there now. Coming around now. Minute 8 left. DePompas there to Dettori. They're backed up. They're killing the clock here. And there goes Huber. Nice job. Let's see if he's going to get there. He does. Gets past George to Lucas. Lucas now looking, trying to get into the zone. Puck comes loose. To Dettori. Dettori sending it around. 35 seconds left. DePompas goes down. Dettori there. Great Neck not really being able to establish control of this puck. And Great Neck not able to get it out of the zone right this second. Penalty's over. Great Neck not being able to capitalize on that power play. So it's even strength now. 9:48. .941 to go here in the third period. Great Neck still holding on to their lead right now, 6-4. Manuel on the faceoff. Great Neck wins the faceoff, but the puck comes loose. Wynn now putting it up against the boards. West Point trying to get it back in. Barbera. That's going to be a delayed call here. West Point now. And it's going to come back all the other way, the entire other way.
That's what I meant to say. Go.
So Manuel on the face-off now. West Point getting the puck on the face-off. Up against the boards right now, trying to get it out. Wynn does a good job at the point, keeping it in. Goes behind the net. West Point now trying to get it. West Point getting a hold of the puck. Passes it up. Barbera there. It's going to end up behind the net. Nice job by Emmanuel getting there. Nice job by Emmanuel. He's coming in now. Gets deflected by 49. Nice. Put it up in front of the net. They keep it there. Let's see what they're going to do here. Barbera gets there first. Chips it. West Point now trying to get it in, but DeMarchi there to break up the play and move it. Alessandro now taking his time, skating it in. Sends it behind the net. Giving some time now for them to reset. Good job by Huber putting it in front. And here we go, DeMarchi coming strong. And DePompas coming in strong. Breaking it up. Unbelievable, the afterburners kicked in hard. Huber now coming back with it. Great job by pass, Huber to Nygaard. West Point had come down hard the other way and opened it up. Great job. Great Neck now going up 7-4. Yep. Excellent set of moves all around by the boys. And our girl. Can't forget about her. So here comes Yoni, puts it up against the boards, chasing down his own pass. Coming around. He's playing it, ends up towards the middle. West Point trying to get it out, but the Point keeping it in. Yoni on the chase. Looking. Trying to wrap. He's not sending it. Goes back behind the net. Yoni chasing it down. Comes up to the point. Nice stop by Alessandro to break that up. Huber sending it back towards the zone. West Point not set up to get it. There's DePompas. Huber there putting body on it. Getting control of it. He comes around behind the net. West Point trying to get a hold of it. Comes across hard. Nobody can stop it. But West Point now looking to set up, breaking it up. Alessandro now trying to get it out. Comes back towards the net. Goes wide. West Point looking. Skates backwards. Broken up by Yoni. Puck. Nice pickup by Huber. Huber now with the Pampas and Yoni. He's kicking it. He's going in and in. 8-4. 5:58 to go here in the third period. Great Neck looking to reestablish its strong lead, and doing so here in the past 2 minutes. Casella and Eddie on the wing. Manuel taking the face off. Manuel getting a foot on it. West Point coming away with it. There's Lucas. Nice stick out there, and so's Barbera. Somehow West Point managed to get the shot off, but it goes wide. So you have West Point trying to put it in front of the net, but Eddie's there. Eddie looking, sends it up, gets past the West Point players, so they're going to have to come back. West Point now looking to get a hold of it. They do, but you have Lucas there to break it up, sends it across, comes back. Good job by Eddie. They're going to chase it down. Nice job by Manuel now, coming across. Eddie there to support him. Eddie takes a shot, goes wide. Ben now on the chase. Point keeps it in, sends it towards the net. Ben can't get a stick on it, but he's back up against the board, send it around. Nice job by Barbera. Eddie looking back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel shoots, Los in front of the net. Ben trying to get it, covers. Goalie covers. 8-4, 4:38 to go. DePompas on the face-off, sends it to Barbera. To Dettori. George can't get a stick on it. George finally gets it, goes behind the net. Caroline on the chase. Dettori there to help her. Dettori, now you got DePompas trying to skate it around. Dettori keeping it in, sends it around. Gets past George. Win on the D. DePompas putting a body into it, sends it across. Caroline now. Caroline staying on her feet. And there's a win. 3:48 to go in the third period here. George coming around with it now. Sends it into the zone. Goes all the way around to Pompous there. Wynn getting to it at the point. Sends it back around. To Pompous there. Looking. Pops up. George there. Backhands it, but it's deflected. Wynn now. Nice job by Wynn to stop it. There's Caroline. To DePompas. DePompas dumps it. It's in the zone. George getting there. Coming back with it is West Point. DeMarchi there sending it back, puts it into the zone, but West Point there to kick it right back out. It's in the neutral zone right now. West Point looking to passes it hard. Casey there, send it back the other way. Trying to set it up. Nate's there. Nate's looking, passes it up to George. George looking, sends it up to Huber, just past him. Goes back. Nate now sending it around the glass to Huber. Huber putting it back towards the front of the net. There's Casey. He's going to hold it for DeMarchi. DeMarchi now to Nate. Nate dumping it. And they're going to play a little dump and pass. 2:15. I think so. So here we go. West Point now coming up. Skating hard is Huber. Casey there. And you're going to have an offsides here. Manual on the face-off. So Yoni's going in, comes back around, skating it around. Sends it across to the front of the net. Lucas now looking, taking his time, and we're going to have an offsides. Minute 42 to go here. No, we haven't heard what's going on at the split. So Lucas sending it to Manuel. Manuel's skating in strong. Manuel coming around to Yoni. Yoni now looking. Back to Barbera. Barbera holding it. Minute 15 to go. Taking his time, burning a little bit of that clock. Barbera now dumping it into the zone, and they're going to get an offsides here. Okay, so Great Neck back in action now. John Wynn sending it back the other way. Huber now getting a hold of it. West Point, though, breaks up the play, sends it into the zone. John Wynn gently sending it around, burning the clock, 44 seconds left to go. Here comes Joey with the puck. Let's see what they're going to do here. Interesting stops. Burning the clock here to Win. Win, slap, deflected. 25 seconds. And here's Win on the chase. Goes wide. 16 seconds. 71 can't get control of the puck. And 6 seconds. And I think we're going to call it a day here. 2 seconds to go, they blow the whistle. Okay, last 2 seconds here. 8-4, 2-minute penalty on the Bruins. Shot, and that's going to be it. We're going to call it a day, and we're done.
When was the last time Eddie and Alessandro got penalties in the same game? In the same season?